Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Kong Skull Island Kong. It's Monkey, and it's like their best version of Monkey yet, supposedly. There's all kinds of extra stuff going on here, and we're gonna see if it's actually any good. I've had some people tell me it's like the best looking Kong ever, and so maybe it is. We're gonna take a look. So let's go ahead and get this guy off the stand and take a closer look. Okay, before we look at the figure, let's take a quick look at the package. It is decent. It's got a photo of the figure, otherwise fairly bland. Kind of like a wanted poster sort of thing over here. That's a little bit strange. They have this on here again, which I don't think is actually supposed to be on there, but they have it on there again. Another photo of the figure, another photo of the figure, and another photo of the figure. Pretty basic, no window or anything like that. All right, let's get into the review. Okay, and it looks, he's kind of dark. We'll see how that turns out. Okay, this guy stands, it says 6 inches in the solicitations. It's a little bit shy of 15 centimeters right there, which is going to put him at about 5 3/4 inches, maybe 7/8 if you really want to push it. So he's a little bit short of what they advertise, unless you pop his legs out. Then he's taller, but he's gonna look weird, so don't do that. Alright, question of the day. Monkey or lizard? Let me know which one you prefer. I want to say lizard. I don't know. I'm generally, I think, on team monkey, but lizard is cooler. He shoots atomic breath, and monkey just throws rocks. So I don't know. Okay, let's talk about the aesthetic on this guy. He is in stock at Big Bad Toy Store, by the way. I believe he's actually in stock. Yeah, he's in stock. It's not a pre-order. It's an in-stock sort of situation. So I'll put a link in the description below. Okay, so this guy, I do think he looks pretty darn good. He is cut up a lot, so we'll see how the articulation works. But the paint job on him is pretty nice. If you look at his face, a lot of decent detail in there. The eyes look good. The mouth looks really good. The fur, the dry brushing on this one is super clean. Looks nice. It's very consistent. His torso very nicely blends the fur to the leathery skin with the scar on there. Yeah, I think this guy looks really, really nice. For being a big monkey, it looks pretty good. Alright. The cuts, yeah, I mean, if you want articulation, you're going to have cuts. So if the articulation works, good. If not, not good, because extra cuts sucks. But really, it's only super noticeable right here in the torso. So we'll see. I'll say if the articulation works, we'll give him an 8 out of 10 for the aesthetic. If it doesn't work, I will say 7, because he is cut up too much, if you ask me. And there's his little monkey butt, in case anybody was wondering. That's kind of a deep carve right there, but he does have his monkey butt. Yeah, that's a strange monkey butt. Okay, as far as accessories go, you get the neutral head that comes on him in the package, then you get the yelling head. I think that is excellent. The way they did the mouth is just great. It looks really good. I think they could have furrowed the brow a little bit more, but looks nice. Usual spread of hands, everything you probably would need for this guy, so that's pretty good. And then you get a tree trunk, not a whole tree, but that's pretty good. The roots are a little weird looking, I think, but yeah, solid set of accessories for Big Monkey. So I'll go 9 out of 10. I don't know what else you could really want for this guy other than maybe a rock or something like that. Okay, let's see if this guy can actually pose. It looks like he might. Uh-oh, he doesn't look down. Okay, he doesn't really look down. That's not a great start, but he does look up pretty well. And side to side is okay. Now he probably will be hunched over, so that's fine, but it doesn't have as much range as I was hoping. Yeah, the ball peg is just pretty deep in there, and it's pretty short and unimpressive, so that explains that. Doesn't have the best range there, so that kind of sucks. It's not bad, but it could be a lot better. Now for the shoulders, it looks like we have a butterfly joint in here. So will it butterfly? And it goes back a little bit, but creates a huge ugly gap. I mean, relatively speaking. There's nothing in there to hide that, so that sucks. Bringing it forward, it doesn't. Does it go up and down? No. Nope, I don't know what that's there for. The butterfly joint doesn't appear to move. It almost feels like the arm is connected inside, and this is just a floating piece. The butterfly joint doesn't seem to do anything, so that's a problem. Like, it definitely moves some, but To what end? I mean, maybe it brings the arm up a little bit farther, but not really, because if you look at his boobages, this part right here sticks out past the butterfly. So as soon as you go to bring it in, your arm's going to bump against that part anyway. Okay, so the butterfly joint is a no-go. I think that's a good way of putting it. The shoulder joint seems to work. He can get his arm up to better than horizontal, full rotation there. This is a floating piece. The bicep area is a floating piece. And the elbow connects straight to the shoulder. But let's see what kind of elbow range we get. Just better than 90. It's not terrible looking, but it's not exceptionally good looking. And it's not especially versatile. You get rotation down here. I guess that might be helpful. But the elbow itself, it looks... I mean, so... I don't know, I get what they're going for, like they sculpted all the way through, and so you just have cuts rather than seeing joints, but you still have those big cuts, so I'm not sure that it's actually better looking at the sacrifice of range, which is still just slightly better than 90, so to me that's not a great trade-off, unless you just want him to stand neutral, which I doubt. Ball pegs for the wrists, that's okay, kinda loose. For the torso, ball pegs. Doesn't lean very far forward, leans back okay, side to side is okay, rotation is fine. It's a little bit floppy, not terribly, but it's definitely a little bit floppy. Now for the hips they did an interesting thing. I have not seen this done before. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. Can I show you? Yeah, you're kind of. Let me zoom in a little bit. Alright, so you can kind of see the joint in there, I think. Anyway, it slides down. The whole thing slides, which is interesting. Oh, you can kind of see it in there, maybe. Yeah, it's like a weird slip joint, which I have not seen on a figure before, but let's see if it's actually functional. So without it being down, I guess it goes down automatically when you go out to the side. So that works okay, going out to the side. The nice thing about this, I guess, is that it doesn't connect to the other side at all like your usual hinged ball peg, so that's alright. Bringing the leg forward is basically not possible without this. And then you get the gap, but you can bring the leg forward, but you do get the big gap, so I don't know. I think if they were going to do something like this down here, that would have been better. Just let the whole area rotate forward. That definitely would have been better. Imagine this, okay? I need to get one of those, I need to get a little finger so I can point at things. Imagine, come on Darwin, this area right here. You see this kind of dip in the sculpt? Imagine there was a cut there and it connected to the torso vertically. So there's a cut, a flat cut here, it pegs in here and the whole thing rotates. That allows the entire leg to rotate forward rather than dropping down and getting weird. Now of course I'd have to adjust it to make it in the right position, but that I think would have worked way better than all of this. Because this doesn't work all that well, so that's unfortunate. There is a little bit of a thigh swivel, but it really only goes in, so that's kind of a bummer. And then the knee works kind of like the elbow, still just barely better than 90. You get rotation at both spots, so that might be useful. And then the feet are just ball pegs like the hands. So it doesn't pose very well. Like really at all. For having all that extra cut, it doesn't have extra range. If I really push in, yeah, I just can't, it doesn't want to go. Like, it'll be fine. If you really like the way this looks, I think you'll probably be able to make it work, but he's not going to get into very many monkey type poses. He just doesn't do it. Yeah, I don't think he poses very well. I'm going to say 5 out of 10 for posability. He's pretty dang limited considering he's basically just a fat human. He should have much better range, especially with all the cuts and things going on here. So he seems quite limited to me. Okay, so now it's time for the final verdict. Is this the best Kong figure ever? I have to say I don't think so. It's only 50 bucks or so, so it's not terribly expensive considering that it's a good sculpt and good paint and decent accessories. And if you're not going to pose him too much, then I guess you'll be okay. Like, he looks decent, but to me, it's just way too cut up and doesn't pose anywhere near well enough. So I'm going to give him an overall rating of only 6 out of 10. Love the paint and sculpt, and the accessories are decent, but that posability, and for a monkey, I think posability is pretty... By the way, guys, all of you who have been typing and are ready to type, it's not a monkey. I know. I'm not even saying monkey, I'm saying monkey. M-O-N-K-E. So, calm down, cool your jets. Anyway, a monkey should be able to pose, and this one can't. So, yeah, 6 out of 10. pretty underwhelming if you ask me, but if you do for some reason still want it, there's a link in the description below to check it out for yourself. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day and thousands already on the channel, so make sure you come back for all of that, and in the meantime, keep collecting.